Hey, it's Scotty, and I just got a message. How do I exercise my guinea pigs, and why don't they run? So I wanted to take some time to talk about what you can do to help your piggies get exercise and sort of a checklist to go through if your guinea pigs are sedentary or they're not running around. So first off, you want to ask yourself, do you have the proper cage? For a pair of piggies, we recommend a minimum of 10 square feet. So these are CNC cages. These are CNC grids. They are 14 inches each. So a 2x4 CNC grid cage is over 10 square feet. So that would be an absolute minimum. And you also want to ask yourself, are your piggies living alone? Pigs that live alone, don't have other pigs in the room, tend to be a bit more sedentary. So having side-by-side cage grid buddies or pigs in the same cage, that's going to go a long way to making them active and keeping them active and interacting with each other and their neighbors. So don't underestimate the power of cage mates. So now let's talk about proper diet. If your guinea pig is eating 80% high quality hay, that's Timothy hay or orchard grass, that's really important. That is going to keep them healthy. Also, good quality pellets. The pellets that I have are a Small Pet Select non-GMO soy-free pellets. I really like those. There is a 15% off store-wide link down here in the description for new customers at Small Pet Select. So check that out if you're not happy with the pellets that you've got. The pellets should be plain pellets with that are Timothy hay is the first ingredient. Of course, a handful of veggies every day, fresh, clean water, but really high quality hay and good pellets and a variety, a small handful of a variety of guinea pig safe veggies. That's really important for them. You know, you can't be active and healthy if you don't have a good, healthy diet. Now back to the cage. If the cage is cluttered, now even a 10 square foot cage, if it's got a bunch of houses and tunnels and hay racks and little toys everywhere and plush, hideys and things like that, and it's blocking the flow of traffic, then they're not going to be able to run as much as we want them to. I like to envision the cage as a NASCAR circuit. So you want to give them and keep clear the widest circular run that you can. That's why I love the Fiddlesticks tunnels. I put them parallel with the edge of the cage, and I like my piggies to be able to run. Right, BB? So let's talk about floor time. Floor time is an extra bonus. It's a good way to let your piggies run around and run free. You obviously want to make sure that you don't have wires, you don't have things that you don't want them to chew on, that you don't want them to pee on. A lot of times piggies will they will find something to hide under, and they'll just hide under there, and they will pee or poop in a spot, and they're not really running, they're not really exercising. Having a large area with tunnels and enrichment things can help them run, but some piggies run more than others. Some piggies like to really exert that energy more than others. So making sure that you do have an environment for floor time that makes them feel safe, doesn't make them feel, like they're exposed and out in the open. Piggies like to have an enclosure where they feel safe, and that's why we want the minimum enclosure that they have to be a lot of space, as much space as possible, a minimum of 10 square feet, because that's what makes them feel safe, and that's what gives them enough room to move and to run. Yes, BB. So now let's talk about some reasons why your piggies might not be as active as either they used to be or as other piggies that you see online in videos, or maybe people that you know that have piggies. How old is your guinea pig or the guinea pigs in question? Because obviously as we age, we tend to slow down a little bit. That's natural and that's normal. But there could be actual medical conditions, things like that, that are actually causing this slowdown. So let's talk about those. So let's talk about signs of illness. Now, heart disease or a respiratory infection, something like that, can definitely play a part in your piggy's energy level, because obviously if they're not feeling well, they're not going to be as active as they would if they were. And so that's really important to take note of any changes that have occurred recently when it comes to piggies. Heart disease tends to present itself over time, but there are some signs and symptoms. There are breathing issues associated with it. I have an entire heart disease, a comprehensive video about heart disease. I'll put that here. It is also in the illness section of my free guinea pig care guide on my website. So I encourage you to watch that video after this. I'll put that also in the end screen at the end of this video. So check it out. It really will open your eyes to heart disease. And heart disease is very common in guinea pigs and in people as we age. Something else that could be slowing your piggies down as they age is arthritis. Now, arthritis usually presents itself in the ankles. You can feel a piggy's ankle, and if it's swollen and thick, and if their leg does not move very freely, then that's a sign of arthritis. Piggies also tend to get arthritis in their hips, in their back, and pretty much anywhere that someone can get arthritis. So arthritis could be slowing them down. An X-ray is a really good way for the vet to tell you if there's arthritis, where it is, and what to do about it. Certain pain medications can help. Meloxicam, Medicam, that is pain and anti-inflammatory medication, BB. So definitely consult your vet if you think that there is arthritis, and that is definitely something that can be treated, can be managed as your piggies age, and that can help their mobility. Also, CBD, some people have had success with using CBD cream either on its own or in conjunction with other vet prescribed pain medications, and your mileage may vary, but you can check it out. The LA Guinea Pig Rescue has a CBD cream that they like and they recommend, so you can go to the LA Guinea Pig Rescue's website and check that out as well. Now, other mobility issues might be some kind of a broken bone in the past that is causing mobility issues. There are a number of things that could cause mobility issues that would cause them to slow down. Scurvy, which is a vitamin C deficiency, could also be contributing to your piggy's inactivity. So definitely I recommend supplementing with Child Life liquid vitamin C either once a day or a couple times a week. It can't hurt, it can always help, and obviously the excess vitamin C just gets peed out. It's a water-soluble vitamin. So just like many people, me included, I take a multivitamin which has vitamin C in it, and I definitely recommend vitamin C for guinea pigs. I don't recommend a multivitamin for guinea pigs per se. Having a fortified guinea pig diet, guinea pig pellets, is going to give them the vitamins and the minerals they need, but a little extra vitamin C in the form of daily Child Life liquid vitamin C, I've seen it do a lot for piggies that are healing from illness or some kind of injury or heart disease or what have you. Vitamin C does so much good for our bodies, so don't discount it. All right, BB, here you go. So one last thing to look at when it comes to mobility, your piggy's not moving around that much. Look at the bottom of their paws, the bottom of their feet. Is it red? Is it swollen? Is there some kind of an open wound? We call that bumblefoot, and it can be extremely painful, and it can be extremely debilitating, and it's also something that if left out of control, it can be very difficult to cure. I do have a bumblefoot video. I'll put that video right here also, and I'll also put the bumblefoot video at the end because it is something that is heartbreaking, it's painful, it's difficult to deal with, but I've had to deal with it with a number of pigs, and I have a comprehensive video about how to cure it and what to consider when you're doing that. So check that video out also. It's based on my experience and what has worked for me. So the last thing I'll say about guinea pigs and exercise and activity and if they're running around or not. If you've got all your bases covered, right? If you've got a good cage that has enough space, if they have a good diet, if they aren't showing signs of illness or any age-related symptoms, or they're just slowing down due to the natural course of time, then could just be that your guinea pig is lazy. The truth is, some guinea pigs are more active than others. Guinea pigs do have individual personalities, of course they do. And just like you or me or friends that we have that we know, some people are couch potatoes and some people are really active. And I think you can encourage them to be more active by giving them more space, by decluttering the space they have, by letting them roam around on the floor, by picking them up, by encouraging them with a healthy diet. But ultimately, they're going to be who they are, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just like guinea pigs can't really be overweight if you're giving them the proper diet and everything that they need. You can't expect them to, be more active than they are or than they want to be. All pigs are different, and you just got to accept them and love them the way they are. That's why it's really important to have a checkup every year or so with your piggies, to have a vet, to have multiple vets that you know and that you trust and that you can talk to about these things. But I hope this gets you thinking about that. I hope that if there are things that you want to fix or that aren't quite right, like if you do have a cluttered cage, that you get that handled, you get all these things handled. And please check out my free guinea pig care guide on my website, and I hope that you found this video helpful. All right, until next time, on behalf of me and Grumpy BB, thanks for watching.